Well, if your kid likes to move and groove and shine on stage, there's a summer camp that might be the perfect fit. The Dallas Mavericks Dance Camp is back, and it's more than just learning steps. It's about confidence and creativity and, of course, having fun. Here to tell us all about it, it is D-Town Crew Director Stephanie DiBiase. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so glad to see you today.
Good to see you as well.
All right, so let's break this down. Now, the Dallas Mavericks have several different types of camps that are happening this summer. What makes the dance camp a particularly unique experience for the kids?
What makes this camp unique is that we're not only dancing, but we're getting in touch with our creativity side. We do a different craft every day that gets them, kind of going with what their favorite things are. We have a photographer from the Mavericks that comes out, takes their pictures so they can see what that's like. They get to decorate their frames however they want. We talk about goals and what it means to reach them and how to get those goals done. We also highlight on bullying because it's not talked about enough. And so my goal as the instructor at the camp is to give these dancers life lessons that they can use moving forward. Not only dance, we have so much fun, but just other tools that they can use moving into, this life that we have.
Well, you and I have had the opportunity to meet a few times, and I say that
Yes.
you're perfectly suited to do a camp just like this, because it's not just about the dance. There
No.
are so many other elements. So can you give us like a preview of what kids experience? What's a typical day like?
Sure. So we all get in. We get in a circle. We'll either play some kind of game to start off, then we warm up, and basically it's a 3-day camp. Mm-hmm. We work on a routine that we build into a full routine that we perform for the parents at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. We have a talent show. They are allowed to bring something if they want to that's going to enhance their talent. We've had gymnasts, baton twirlers, comedians. One girl brought out a hockey stick and showed us how she, her
so
skills
they're
with the,
allowed to bring
the puck.
their personalities and the things that they're interested into the camp.
Yes,
I think that
absolutely.
that is so good. So you also talk about confidence and building leadership skills. How do you weave these important tenets into the camp?
Through everything, from the minute that we get there. One of the cool things is that I get to bring some of the dancers with me, which is great. And we're just constantly, from how we speak to them to how we encourage them to speak to others. Mm-hmm. We talk about manners a lot and how important it is to say please and thank you and you're welcome. And just lessons that, obviously I like to preach when I'm teaching, but that these kids can take, when they go to school or towards their parents or, stuff like that. And so I try to incorporate that throughout everything that we do, from if it's games, if it's crafts, if it's, putting together our routine. And then I love being able to tell the parents what we did throughout the week.
All right, well,
So.
for people who may not be familiar with the D-Town Crew, I
Yes.
can't imagine people not, but seriously, if they're not familiar, tell us what it means for campers to have the opportunity to learn from some of these fantastic, talented individuals. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Wow, they're sure peppy. Well, hi. I can understand what they would learn, certainly.
Yes.
I'm telling you, a lot of energy is one of the things that they will learn for sure. Okay, bye.
See you later.
Wow, that was impressive.
Yes, when the dancers are able to come in and see the dancers, it's like they're meeting they're famous in their eyes, and these guys are role models to them, and to be able to not only meet them in person and get their autograph, that kind of stuff sits with them for a lifetime, and then they aspire to be like these girls. And this is kind of where it all starts, So again, I'm really big on building up kids. Right. I have such a passion for teaching kids, and this is the perfect environment to do that. Plus give, confidence. And what do you do to reach your goals? What does the word strong mean to you? Not in the muscle type.
Right.
All these different words.
And you are going to be, as you live your life, as the director of this camp, I'm curious about what you hope to inspire from these young campers.
I hope to inspire, well, first of all, it's inspiring to me just to be there and see a group of children where a couple of them might know each other, and then all of a sudden they're getting each other's phone numbers, because they just built this bond. Hey, you want to do a talent show with me? Let's do a talent show together. And so that part of it is really, really rewarding to me. And so I just hope that them coming to this camp, it will either inspire them to follow a dance journey, or maybe Oh, again.
They're
we
here.
go.
Okay. All right, you know what? What the heck? I'm going to just kind of join in this little thing. Why not? Yeah, sorry about that, but this is just how we work. All right, so while they're doing all of that, why don't you tell the kids where they can get involved and find more details?
I will. So if you want to get some more information on our camps, you can go to mavs.com/camps. And we've got one actually that starts today, and then we've got another one next week in Rockwall.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us.
So
thank you for
welcome.
being here, too. The Dallas Mavericks Dance Camp is happening now through July 2nd in Richardson, then again on July 9th through the 11th in Rockwall. The camp is for boys and girls ages 6 to 18. For more information and to register, visit mavs.com/camps.